Opening, a name that arrived before she did. Before Lady Seraphina Valecrest lifted her eyelids, the room had already judged her. Whispers slid between silk curtains and polished shoes. That one. The disgrace. The one who ruined everything. Her body ached faintly, the aftertaste of illness or stress, but the sharper pain came from recognition. Not personal recognition. Social recognition. This body carried a reputation that entered rooms ahead of her, settled into chairs, and accepted tea before she ever arrived. Seraphina opened her eyes and stared at the ceiling. "Ah," she murmured softly. "This is catastrophic." She had transmigrated. Not into a saint. Not into a background noble. Into the villainous, already infamous, already condemned, already whispered about like a cautionary tale parents used on daughters who laughed too loudly. And worse, this society had no interest in revision. Chapter 1. Respectable behavior and its immediate failure. For a week, Seraphina attempted courtesy. She spoke gently. She smiled carefully. She refrained from dramatic gestures, sarcasm, or open threats. It accomplished nothing. Servants bowed as if apologizing for existing. Guests accepted invitations only to invent urgent illnesses. Even her own relatives spoke to her like she was an embarrassing heirloom. During breakfast one morning, her aunt sighed loudly and said, "If only you would behave quietly, dear." Seraphina set down her teacup. Quietly. The idea rolled through her mind, found no traction, and fell off a cliff. That afternoon, she reached a conclusion that made perfect sense to her and absolutely none to anyone else. "If I'm already a social disaster," she said aloud to an empty hall, "then I'll lean into it." She smiled. "I'll date the hero." Chapter 2. The hero. Seen properly, Sir Alaric Harthorne stood like a monument built by committee. Tall, broad, immaculate. He was everything the realm admired and nothing the realm listened to. People praised him constantly, his virtue, his restraint, his accomplishments, but never asked what he liked, or whether he was tired, or if he wanted to leave early. At gatherings, women admired him from a respectful distance. Men discussed him as a symbol. No one spoke to him like a person. Seraphina observed this from across a ballroom and nodded. Yes, she decided. That one. Chapter 3. The first public disaster. The spring banquet was attended by half the nobility and all the gossip. Seraphina crossed the floor without hesitation. Every step caused murmurs to rise like startled birds. She stopped in front of Alaric and smiled. "Sir Alaric," she said clearly, "escort me tonight." The hall froze. He blinked, once, twice. "Escort you?" "Yes. This may cause misunderstandings." Seraphina leaned closer, voice light. "They already think I devour reputations for breakfast." Someone gasped. Someone dropped a fan. Someone began forming a rumor on the spot. Alaric hesitated, then, stiffly, offered his arm. The first scandal was born. Chapter 4. Rumors become a competitive sport. By morning, the city had produced multiple versions of the same lie. She had threatened him into compliance. He was enduring humiliation out of duty. They were secretly engaged. She was pregnant. This one appeared impressively fast. At tea, Seraphina read them aloud with interest. Alaric looked mortified. "This is my fault," he said. "No," she replied pleasantly. "This is entertainment." Chapter 5. Alleged dates. Their meetings were technically innocent. Tea, walks, quiet dinners. Noble society reacted as if the realm were ending. At one café, a countess loudly whispered, "Such shameless behavior." Seraphina waved cheerfully. Alaric, meanwhile, grew increasingly confused. In private, he relaxed. He laughed at inappropriate moments. Confessed he hated banquets. Admitted he often pretended to misunderstand invitations so he could leave early. Seraphina listened. And somewhere between shared silence and unguarded smiles, the joke softened. Chapter 6. Family intervention unsuccessful. Her relatives summoned her. Her uncle sighed. Her aunt dabbed her eyes. Her cousin avoided eye contact. "You are humiliating us," her aunt said. "You are damaging what little tolerance remains," her uncle added. Seraphina folded her hands. "You never defended me before," she said calmly. "Why begin now?" Silence followed. That was answer enough. Chapter 7. The hand incident and the outrage explosion. A crowd surged unexpectedly. Seraphina stumbled. Alaric reached out, instinctively catching her hand. He didn't let go. By sunset, pamphlets declared moral decay. Alaric stared at the headlines like they might attack him. "They'll demand distance," he said quietly. "They always do," Seraphina replied. Chapter 8. When laughter slows the gossip sharpened into pressure. His superiors called him in. Her family demanded restraint. Invitations arrived only to be rescinded. One night, Alaric stood at her door, exhausted. "They want me to step away publicly," he said. She studied him. "If you do," she said gently, "I won't blame you." He closed his eyes. "I don't want distance," he said. And that was the moment everything became serious. Chapter 9. The rejection. The next gathering was packed. Seraphina entered alone. Whispers followed. Someone laughed. Someone openly scoffed. A noble loudly remarked, "So even the hero finally came to his senses." Seraphina stood straight. She smiled anyway. That night, alone, she allowed herself to ache. Chapter 10. He steps forward. The following week, Alaric appeared at a council event uninvited. He walked directly to Seraphina's side. The hall went silent. "I am here," he said evenly, "because I wish to be." No speeches. No explanations. Just presence. The backlash didn't end, but it slowed. Ending. The world adjusts. Reluctantly they were never celebrated. They were endured. Then accepted. Then, quietly, normalized. Seraphina remained infamous, but now as the woman who openly loved the realm's most upright man. Alaric learned how to laugh without guilt. Seraphina learned how to rest without armor. When someone once asked him, years later, how it began, he answered honestly. "She asked me to walk with her." And she, the villain, smiled like victory had always been simple. When reputation has already condemned you, affection becomes the most effective rebellion. End.